Hello and welcome to another game of Agricola, this time with Midlake, Ostriching, and Hullabaloo. This game, I believe, is just normal decks plus G4 and G5, so nothing super crazy. Very strong cards in my opening pack. Visiting Quarryman is excellent, Animal Breeder is excellent, Landscape Gardener is excellent, Benefactor is excellent, and Constable is something that you need to keep track of. I'm a huge fan of Benefactor, but Animal Breeder, I think, is one of the strongest cards, and it can combo pretty well with a lot of different cards. Any fencing combo, anything that combos with early cows or early boars, possibly even the chance of wheeling Benefactor, which would be excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking Animal Breeder out of this pack, but definitely gonna keep track of Constable. Alright, looks like it's draft 10, not draft 9. Which explains some of the power. Immediately rewarded with Cat Lover. Workaholic also in this pack is excellent, but Cat Lover is actually my favorite card of all time, and it goes excellently with Animal Breeder. Oops. Yeah. There's not the best chance that Workaholic will wheel. I think it's probably one of the best 2 cards left in this pack, and there's a lot of trash in this pack. So probably won't wheel that, but definitely have to pick Caliber here. In this pack, so there's some interesting cards. Basin Maker is a way to get a ton of points. It's not a very good card, but it has basically an infinite point ceiling, which is interesting. I don't think I'm going to take it here. It's just not actually very strong, but it's something to think about. Kosher Butcher isn't super strong, but it could work with our strategy. Yeah, there's not a ton I'm interested in. Drinker of Absinthe is fine, but I'm not super into it. I think I'm going to take Kosher Butcher here. I guess the thing to think about is how much food do I think Kosher Butcher will give me? Is there any way it's going to be more food than Drinker of Absinthe? Drinker of Absinthe is 8 food. I think it's likely that I convert more than 8 animals, but this does come with the downside of not being able to convert boars. So, actually, I think I'm just going to take Drinker of Absinthe here. Wow. Very, very strong cards. Very unfortunate that I can only get one. So Shovel Worker going to whoever has the Benefactor is a bummer. But Shearer is just so strong with fencing early and being able to buy a pair of sheep or take sheep. Yeah, how do I not take Shearer? Shearer is going to be similar amounts of food to Shovel Worker. I guess if somehow I wheel the Benefactor, then Shovel Worker would be better, because Benefactor encourages me to go to 4 pastors pretty quickly, but Benefactor isn't even that necessary in games with Cat Lover, because you're building rooms for 3 resources anyways. I'll probably take Benefactor if it wheels, but it's not necessarily incredible. So Shear is going to be points, whereas Shovel Worker is not. So if they're comparable amounts of food, I definitely want to take Shear, but Shovel Worker might be significantly more food. Very unfortunate that this has to be the pack that we don't get multiple cards out of. Also important to note, Riding Maniac is excellent as well, but don't think we can take it over either of these cards. Both of these cards are excellent for us. Almost second, it appears I'm not streaming. That's strange. Let me try that. I think I'll go for the card that can give me points. Yeah, this is extremely difficult. I'll go for the points. So what cards didn't wheel? Benefactor didn't wheel. I forget what else was in that pack. There was so many good cards. I'm drawing a blank. Here, I think the pick is definitely a Constable or Wood Deliveryman, which one is kind of difficult. Wood Deliveryman is interesting because we want a ton of wood this game. Everybody knows about the Constable, so I don't think I'm taking the Constable, but I do still have to keep track of it. Remember that it's in the game. Frame Builder is basically useless for us, given that we want to build wood rooms. Reed Buyer is horrendous. Quarryman's bad. I think Wood Buyer is the most playable card, but all of these cards are really bad. Quarryman is sometimes playable, but it doesn't really fit with anything we have. Interesting. So Indentured Servant, probably not useful if nobody else took it. That means nobody else is likely running to stone. Coacher Butcher, I think, is the pick. I might play it, I might not, who knows, but I don't think there's any chance to play any of the other cards. Okay, so there's a lot to think about here. Half-Timbered House can give us a ton of points with Cat Lover, but I think the pick has to be Axe, given that Axe and Cat Lover together can give you free wooden rooms. Free wooden rooms aren't necessarily the best compared to, say, free clay or stone rooms, because you still have to reno them for them to be worth lots of points, but Still has to be axe picked here. If half-timbered house wheels, that would be incredible, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. There's a good chance it does, though. Planter box is excellent. Dragonfly pond is excellent. Spare fence post is even fine. Grunt pickaxe plow is great. Very strong pack. So there's a good chance half-timbered house wheels. I don't remember any other big house cards. So Winter Pond is an excellent card. Menagerie is a good card. Treasure Map is excellent if you can make it work. It gives us a use for our reed, which is nice. I think it's between Winter Pond and Treasure Map here. Menagerie probably will come up too late to be super useful. I'm going to go with Treasure Map, given that we're going to be growing somewhat late, so we'll have a good chance of having a lot of ox up before we need to play miners. So it's going to be pretty easy for us to get a couple fields out of Treasure Map. So this pack, Open Gate, gives us a path to tons of points, although it will be difficult to get the stone for it since we don't really want to take reedstone food that much. Muddy Bog is excellent. Ox Goad is decent, although it's not great with our setup. Yeah, it's just going to be so difficult to get the stone for Open Gate. We'll have one reedstone food action for axe, but beyond that, I don't really plan on taking reedstone food that much. I just want to take a lot of wood. Muddy Bog is great. And we also don't really want to be returning sheep with shear. We want our sheep to give us food and points, so I think I'll take Muddy Bog here. So in this pack, Attic is definitely extremely interesting because we can build a lot of rooms, so we can turn a lot of wood into points if we want. Guild Hall I don't think is super interesting. We're not really planning on building a lot of majors, so even though it's a strong card, it doesn't really line up with what we're doing. Yeah, I think Attic is easily the pick here. Yeah, so our plan this game is just to be getting to Cat Lover and Axe quickly, making sure we have enough food while we're doing so, and then building a bunch of free rooms, turning a wood into a point for each room. Hopefully we wheel half-timbered house, and then the plan will just be to get to clay and stone. So anytime we see like a 3-stone grab, we'll have to take it. Because again, we can't really afford to take reedstone food often since we don't need reed for anything. We need 3 reed total this game, 1 for treasure map and 1 for each of the renos. One more time if we get half-timbered house back. So really not a ton of required reed, so stone is going to be hard to come by for us. We did wheel half-timbered house, which is awesome. We now have a pretty clear path to points. We're going to be able to build a lot of rooms, so just making sure we can support the renovations is going to be important. Planter box came back, which is surprising. Both plows came back, again surprising. a lot of the cards I was looking at to go were the ones that came back. Dragonfly Pond went, which is no surprise, but I don't even remember the other cards that went, so very interesting. Winter Pond came back, which is great for us. We could try to play Oak Cask for food, but Winter Pond is just a better version of that. 3 food and a point for nothing, as opposed to maybe like 5 food and no point for 1 wood. Winter Pond's definitely the way to go. This pack, Ox Goad can give us a wood for a point. We're probably not going to use the plow at all, so it's just a wood for a point. I think Coffee Break, a clay for a point, and possible food is better, so I'll take Coffee Break. If you're in chat, sorry, I'm having problems loading the chat right now, so I can't see your messages. I'll try to get my chat to work. As far as what I'm going to try to be doing this game, I'll have to take wood pretty aggressively because there's going to be somebody else looking for Benefactor, and so there's going to be tons of competition for wood and fencing early. The Benefactor player probably has a Workaholic too, so there's going to be a lot of competition for animals. I'll try to fight for the first fireplace because that's going to be pretty important us for feeding. Interesting. So I have a couple of options here. I can take my 1 Reedstone food that I need for Axe right now. Leading on 3 wood is just so weak. I'm not super thrilled to be going first here. I would rather go pretty much any other position. Maybe not 4th, but we really need that extra food, so it's pretty unfortunate for us to be going first this game. But you can't complain too much about going first. Oh wow, Educator in the game means food's going to be extremely competed for. Hullabaloo. Lucky that I did not play Knock there. The dream is to play Educator and still have your 3 food left over to be able to play Knock immediately. I'm definitely going to be taking the 2 clay here, even though Sheep didn't flip. Getting the first fireplace is going to be important for us. Yeah. Once I get the 2 clay, it's going to pretty much become my priority to build, to just take wood, set up for fencing. I might have to take a 3 food action if Sheep doesn't flip in next round. Visiting Quarryman for Mid-Lake, a very strong card. That was one of the cards in my opening pack that I forgot about. Hullabaloo, just playing Constable right away with Educator, 4 wood. Very interesting. We don't have a great constable setup, unfortunately. I'll be able to get fields and my animals will be good, so I'll have to make sure to just take crops at some point. Hopefully treasure map can cover all of our crops or our fields, and then just take 1 grain and 1 veggie, and that might be able to get us to constable points. Hullabaloo playing spear fence post. It definitely looks like Hullabaloo has the benefactor with the way they're playing. Going forth might be fine for us. We just want 3 wood here. Okay, Hullabaloo, hogging wood. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of competition for wood in this game because of the benefactor. I mean, Hullabaloo will be fighting pretty hard for it. Spear fence post alleviates some of that concern. I'm able to turn 2 food into fences. Oh, hi Cassie. Let me try to fit everything on screen. The normal way of view chat isn't working today. Yes, but there are fence posts. I mean, I don't think it's specifically good with educator. It doesn't normally give you food early. It's more late game food. It is very good with benefactor though. Just getting those fences up as early as possible. Acquire from Ostrichang puts even more pressure on the first fireplace, which is not good for us. Acquire a very strong card, but yeah, you really want to get first fireplace, and it also cuts more food out of the game, at least until Ostrichang can get a cooking hearth up. So yeah, looking very, very rough for us in terms of getting everything we want up. We'll have to fight pretty hard for fences. Yeah, skipping straight to a hearth is fine with a crier Sid, I agree, but depending on how things work out, that might not be possible. And I guess what I mean is, even if that's what Ostriching goes for, taking 4 clay into building a cooking hearth, that still can conflict with my buying the fireplace, especially if Major Minor doesn't flip next round. If Major Minor flips in round 4, it will be kind of a nightmare. That is true. It's unlikely Ostrichang will get 4 clay with Midlake in front of them having a visiting quarryman, unless Ostrichang takes starting player just to get the 4 clay, which they might do, because getting the cooking hearth is extremely important for Acquire. We really want Major Minor to flip next round. If Major Minor doesn't flip next round, we're going to be in trouble. I should be able to take 2 wood here. Okay, so Midlake taking starting. I assume Midlake will grab the 4 clay next round with visiting quarryman. I'm going to grab 2 wood here. If Major Minor does not flip next round, I think I'll have to first action start player the axe to try to Major Minor in round 4. But even that's not a guarantee, because Hullabaloo will probably take wood into fencing 12 in round 3 and be able to take the sheep out from under me. So it's just gonna be very tough. Yeah, I agree with you, Sid. Great hand, gonna be very tough to execute, but I don't think it's going terribly for me. Yeah, just brutal. So I believe in order to use spare fence posts. Oh no, so you don't have to have 2 food to use it, like some cards require. Very interesting. Ostrich egg acquiring a grain. I have to think about what that means. Alright, I think I'm safe from Hullabaloo trying to fence and take the sheep out from under me, given that if Hullabaloo does that, they'll starve. They'll have no way to pay their harvest, so I think taking starting player with Axe here is safe. Yeah, Osterchang did plow. I'm trying to remember if there was anything in the draft that I saw. I don't remember anything specific. I mean, there's a lot of cards that this could be. There's the Pipe Smoker, which gives you wood for having a sown grain field. There's Golden Rose, which works off a sown grain field. Maybe even something like what's it called? Straw Thatched Hut, the card that lets you build clay rooms with grain and food. Alright, Hullabaloo taking food. Here, I'm not sure what to do. I could play my shearer right now. It'll give me, when I take sheep, I'll get 1 more food in the harvest, so getting up shearer here is fine, I think. It'll give me some passive food in each harvest. But yeah, getting these fences up is going to be very difficult, so I'll just focus on feeding right now. If Hullabaloo decides to fence here for some reason, I kind of just die, but I don't think he'll do that, considering he has Benefactor. He really wants to fence 4 pastures. But he might do it just to take the sheep. But yeah, I kind of get destroyed if that happens. Alright, he's day laboring. Fine by me. Perfectly fine by me. Yeah, I don't know what this grain and plow could be that specifically would work with Acquire. I mean, an Acquire, just if you're not buying cattle and eating them with the cooking hearth, Acquire gets much worse unless he has some crazy use for grain. Yeah, I really don't know. Storehouse Minder coming out from Mid-Lake. Maybe. I don't know what exactly is going on. Shovel Worker. Did he play something that allows him to play multiple ox? Oh, Hullabaloo played Shovel Worker. Yeah, Hullabaloo set up excellently. Gonna be able to probably take 4 wood and then fence all 15 here and start getting 4 food to harvest, and then be set up for the what's it called? The benefactor. Once they're able to get an animal grab, I think Hullabaloo is in a pretty commanding position this game. Yeah, giving up that 4 wood is brutal, but just making sure I have enough feeding in this game is crucial because, yeah, I'm really in a difficult position as far as feeding goes. I need a lot of food for animal breeder and educators sucking a lot of food out of this game. Although this shovel worker will add a ton of food. Yeah, I think Hullabaloo is just in such a commanding position. Shovel worker and benefactor going to them, and they probably have workaholic too. Just a very powerful setup. Everything worked out very well for them this game. Hullabaloo actually can even play another Ock this round if somebody else does, which is incredible for them. Martial artist from Ostrachang gonna discard miners for food. Ostrachang acquiring another grain. I really am not sure what's going on with this. I don't believe I saw whatever card Ostrachang is going for. Now that I have my feeding kind of sorted out, I'm just going to be taking all the wood I can. And then fencing. Yeah, trying to get up Drinker of Absinthe and Wood Deliveryman is going to be difficult. I think Wood Deliveryman is more important than Drinker of Absinthe. But we'll have to see how that plays out. I'm basically just going to be taking every 3 wood that comes to me. No, Animal Husbandry was not in this game, at least not that I know of. I'd be surprised if it was. Considering Acquire was picked early. No, Hullabaloo is just fencing this way for Shovel Worker. You get 4 food for 5 passers, so yeah, Shovel Worker is one of the cards other than Animal Husbandry Worker that encourages you to fence like this. It's Animal Husbandry Worker, Shovel Worker, and then Fresh Fence Worker is the other card that encourages 5 passers. I think those are the only cards that really do. Early Family Growth is... It's not amazing for me, but it's not the worst. So the advantages of early family growth is I get to how do I say this? It keeps the family growth queue sort of clear because I'm going to be building tons of rooms this game, and I'll be building them late. It'll be nice to have less competition then. When family growth flips in round 7, it's better because, in some ways, because everybody's behind on family grow instead of just me for choosing to grow late. But it also makes it hard for you to get the grow actions you want. It makes it very difficult to, say, grow 2 rounds in a row with a double build or even a triple build like I'm going to be doing. So I'm not sure exactly what's better when you're doing a big house late game build thing like this. Whether you want family grow in round 5, 6, or 7, but yeah, I think family grow 5 is probably better for those guys. And Sid is correct. Family grow round 5 games are often games where you want a high point ceiling as opposed to family grow round 7 where you want cards that kind of give you like a decent just bare level, like cards that make it easier to get to the mid 40s, like plows and stuff that make your actions sort of efficient. So we didn't wheel the plow, or sorry, the 3-wood action. So I have a couple of options. I can play an Auk, or I can fence. I think those are the only two reasonable actions here. I think I probably want to wait to fence a little bit. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I want to wait to fence. I think I'm just going to get a knockout now. I'll play Wood Deliveryman. I'm going to consider taking 2 sheep next round in front of Hullabaloo, considering Hullabaloo really wants... it looks like Hullabaloo is taking 1 sheep, which is just to guarantee the benefactor, which is pretty funny. Yeah, I can consider not trying to get free rooms by my first build. If I can get to, say, 4 animals, I can build rooms for 1 wood apiece, which might be good enough, at least for 1 or 2 rooms, just to try to get the family grow going. So I'll have to keep track of that. Hopefully if 4 wood comes to me here. Oh, it looks like these 2 miners were ones that Ostrich wanted to discard to feed. Yeah, very confused what's going on with this grain field. I should be able to get 4 wood here. There are some pretty stupid resource piles. There's going to be 6 clays and 4 reeds, but I kind of just have to stay the chorus. Take wood. I'll probably fence next round. Take wooden fencer. I think a good 2 actions. Ostrichang isn't the player with the machete. Midlake played the machete, so yeah, I would agree if Ostrichang had the machete, this would make more sense. But yeah, I really have no idea what's going on with this grain. Alright, Ostrichang start playing with a chicken coop. Hopefully this doesn't mean he's going to be taking 4 wood. But I don't know. Considering he has Acquirer, he's not really trying to build super quickly. Because Acquirer will start costing more food if he family grows. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be very upset if he takes 4 wood here. I think there's a good chance he takes 4 reed. Or 6 clay. 6 clay lets him buy a cooking hearth. I'll have to start taking clay at some point for renovations, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be in high demand this game, so I'm not too worried about it. It looks like Midlake might be able to get a a 6-click grab with visiting Quarryman, which is excellent for him. Mid-lake is in a pretty decent position. Here, obviously, I take 4 wood. Blue takes one of the clays. I assume Mid-lake takes the other with Quarryman. So I have to decide what I'm taking here with my fence action. I could take cows, but it's not. That's going to make it difficult for me to feed. I think I just want to take more sheep, probably take cows with a second fence in round 8 or 9. Mid-lake taking the reed, which is fair. He's trying to set up for another build so it can grow again in the future. And it also makes it harder for Ostriching. Yeah, Ostrich's play is strange, but I'm sure he has some plan, so I'll wait to see what it is before I trash talk it too much. I have to decide how many I'm fencing here. I want to fence at least 6, I think, in order to hold up to 4 sheep. I don't think I want to fence 8. I want to keep some wood to build with. Yeah, I will fence 6. Oh, I take it back. Ostrich fence for a reason that is unbeknownst to me. I mean, he can buy another cow, but then what is... Oh, I think Steamer was in this draft. I think he's trying to set up Steamer, which I don't think is worth it, but I guess whatever works for him. I need to play Cat Lover at some point, so I think I'm just going to play it now. Feeding is going to be difficult. I'm going to need one of these 4 food grabs, and I'm not positive I'll get it. Whatever. I'm not taking a 3 food. And I don't think I want 3 wood here. I think getting up, I think my actions are too bridge. I could play Drinker of Absinthe here. Yes, that's a consideration. It is a good amount of food. But I think I would just want to accelerate my game. I should be able to make food work somehow. Alright, so one of my actions next round is fencing. And one is for food. If I play Cat Lover here, I don't think there's a way for me to have 4 animals. So I'll be able to build 1 room in round 8 if I want. I guess I can build 2 rooms if I eat or read as well. This is a tough decision, so yeah, this gives me the opportunity to build 2 rooms in round 8 possibly. I think I just need to get Cat Lover up to try to give me tempo on room builds when I find an opportunity. It even lets me build a room next round if I desire. Oh no, it doesn't. I would starve if I did that, but that's okay. Hullabaloo playing the Workaholic and getting their family grow, Menagerie as well, good amount of food. Yeah, Hullabaloo's food from Shovel Worker is just so incredible for them. Hopefully Mid-Lake Major Miners, say Pottery here, something like that. Taking the 3 food would be pretty brutal because I'm pretty sure Ostrichang is taking the 2 sheep with their first action. Oh, no, Ostrichang doesn't have a feeding implement yet, so I'm fine. Yeah, Mid-Lake using a guess to take the clay, probably buying Pottery here, I would imagine. Oh, start player. Oh, Guildhall, very strong for Mid-Lake. Yeah, our setup is strong this game, but everybody else's setup is, well, Mid-Lake and Hullabaloo setups are very strong, and I don't know if ours is going to be good enough to get there. Mid-Lake taking the food, yeah. Ostriching can't take the sheep here, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I think Ostrichang has Steamer, but they'll have to eat one of their cows anyways, so their feeding is suspect no matter what. They won't be able to breed their cows, which I think is what they really want to do. Yeah, day labor. Like, are they going to eat? Oh, I guess they can feed with martial artists. I forgot about martial artists. But yeah, if all this setup is just for Steamer, I don't think Ostriching has a winning strategy. Oh, I actually will be able to. I will have 4 animals for Cat Lover because Shear will give me 1 food. It'll give me back the food for buying my pair of sheep. So I'll have 3 sheep, breed up to 4, and be able to build rooms for 1 resource each, which is great. I won't be able to attic on my first build, but that's perfectly acceptable. I'll have to figure out what I'm doing as far as miners. I think I want to play treasure map before I play attic. But yeah, I also might just build 3 rooms. Just to get them all out of the way, try to get as many family grows in while I can. But yeah, I don't believe Ostrichang will be able to jump us. Mid-Lake might be able to jump us if they Reno and take clay off of a storehouse minder. But I imagine they're buying pottery here. I'm confused where Mid-Lake got this food from. I thought they had 0 food before. Oh, basket makers make sense. Tons of read in this game. For food. I guess Mid-Lake must have had 2 food already. Oh, Zipper Maker from Mid-Lake. Excellent, gonna give them a good amount of food next round. They might even be able to snag a 6 wood, which would be pretty absurd. Even if they just get, say, a 4 clay. Yeah, this isn't looking great. Mid-Lake, I think, will be able to jump us in the family grow. Landscape Gardener from Ostrichang. I'm very, very curious what's going on here. Maybe straw thatched roof, but yeah, who knows? I guess we can only wait and see. I have to figure out where I'm fencing. I guess I'll fence here. Oh. Yeah, even with Strathhatch Roof, I'm confused what Ostricheng is planning to do. No spare fence posts yet. I want 4 animals. Yeah, setting up to renovate is going to be very difficult. The amount of stone required is pretty astronomical with no stone helpers. I guess I can just try to keep track of how many rooms I'm building, maybe only build, say, 6 or so. But considering rooms are free and I have attic and half-timbered house, I want to be able to build as many rooms as possible. I don't know. I believe you can. Yeah, I believe the way this reads, you can fence just for 3. It doesn't read like Hedgekeeper where you're building additional fences. Or actually, there's some card that I don't think would work, but the way this reads to me, I think you would just be able to fence 3. Oh. Oh yeah, downsizing is the card that reads that way. Hold low, taking start player. Preventing mid-lake from getting the 6 wood, which is great. Yeah. I think I'm just going to build all 3 rooms here to get to 5. Just set up my family grow as much as possible, because if I get all my actions, I should be able to have a high enough point cap between attic and half-timbered house and everything. Treasure map should have me covered for fields, so yeah, I think we'll be fine if we just get our family grows in. So I'll build all 3 rooms immediately. The reason to not build would be if I wait until I get 7 animals, the room would be free, and I can also, if I wait until attic, I can spend a wood for a point for each room. But just having all the rooms needed to family grow right now is so nice. Mid-lake taking 3 stone makes sense with the guild hall. Gonna be interesting what to do in the future. All right, now the time has come to decide: do I want to build 2 or 3 rooms? Assuming there's no clay hut extension or anything, building 2 rooms will get me 2 family grows, but I think there's a good chance somebody tries to jump me for the round 10 family grow. I don't think I have enough miners to play that I'll be able to start player in round 9 and family grow in round 10. Like, I can play treasure map, attic. Oh, I guess I do have 4 miners, so I could consider doing that. Yeah, I'm going to build the 5th room. Oh, man, this is difficult. Yeah, I think the chance is high enough that I get 3 grows in a row that it's worth it. Yeah, half-timbered house is sort of a pipe dream at this point, but it's not impossible. So, I'm not convinced. It is going to be difficult, but it is not impossible. So I do need, so I can take Reedstone food at least 3 more times. 1 for a Reno to clay, 1 for Reno to stone, and 1 for half-timbered house. So that's 3 stone. Then if I get, say, a 3 stone and maybe 2 2-stone actions, that puts me at what, 10 stone. So that would leave me enough room to renovate 8 rooms, which is like that's not unheard of to get 3 stone, 2 stone, 2 stone. And then even if it's only, say, 7 rooms or even 6 rooms, half-timbered house is just so many points that I think it's worth it. Here we family grow treasure map. Yep, Osterchang has straw thatched roof, but it just seems very sketchy to me. So interesting. He only discarded one resource last harvest. I'm also glad that Osterchang was the one with bonfire. If Midlake or Hullabaloo had the bonfire, it's possible my sheep would have gotten taken by somebody. Hullabaloo buying the well. Very, very odd. I didn't even realize Hullabaloo had 3 stone. Did Hullabaloo just take Reedstone food that many times? I guess that's what happened, but I didn't even realize. I'm surprised Midlake let the well get bought. Maybe Midlake's buying pottery. Midlake took clay. So I probably will have to family grow first action here. We'll definitely play Muddy Bog on the family grow. Or sorry, Winter Pond on the family grow. Because I want all the food I can get. If 2 sheep come back to me, I'll definitely take them. But I'm pretty sure Hullabaloo will be taking 2 sheep here. Where is family grow? So we play Winter Pond. We eat a sheep. Eating sheep is rough because it makes us get 1 less shearer food. But getting the field I think is worth it. I guess I could think about that. So How important is this food here? I need 7 food this harvest, so I need a lot of food. I probably will be building a lot of rooms. I'm going to be playing at least 3 more miners. So, is there a chance that I won't? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about right now, Sid, how many fields I'm planning on plowing. So like I talked about earlier, I mean, ideally I'll be getting to 8 rooms. I think that's like the magic number. So if I do get to that, then I'll only want 3 rooms because I'm definitely going to want to have 4 pastures because I want 2 more fence actions to buy pairs of animals. But yeah, I think the food is important enough, and I'm not even sure I'm going to want all 4 fields that I'm going to keep it. Food, food, food. I guess the other thing to consider would be I could consider taking 3 wood and then fencing here and buying even more sheep for shear, but by the same token, I could buy cows or boar. So I guess how am I feeding? We have 1 food here, at least 1 food from shear. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to make it work. Feeding is sketchy this game, very sketchy. Mid-lake taking 3 wood, so we're definitely not considering, what's it called? Taking... Share is guaranteed 2 food if I don't fence. So if I fence and buy, say, a pair of cows, I would have to eat sheep in order to do that. So in that case, it would be less than 2 food. Yeah, steamer from Ostricheng. I don't know. Straw Thatch Field is a powerful card, but given the power of everything else going on in this draft, I just don't think Ostricheng's setup is competing. So what are my actions here? I could consider playing Kosher Butcher if Ock gets back to me. I'm definitely going to be Reedstone fooding here because I want to start getting those out of the way. Yeah, I think I'll play Kosher Butcher if it comes to me, because then I can eat. How many sheep will that allow me to eat? I don't know. So pay 1 food for it. I'll get 2 food from shear. I need 7 food, so I'll still have to eat 2 sheep, which is not amazing. But well, no, I can. Yeah, I'll have to eat 2 sheep. I'll be 1 food short, so it's not amazing, but I think it's worth getting out. 1 cooking hearth going. Need to keep track. Luckily, Ostricheng probably won't be buying a cooking hearth because of the steamer, so I just need to watch out for Hullabaloo buying a cooking hearth. But I think it's likely Hullabaloo renovates and wants to leave clay for the wants to leave clay back to build a room. So I don't think they'll jack my cooking hearth, but it's important to keep track of. Yeah, I'll play Kosher Butcher here. I think it'll be enough food this game. I guess the thing is, do I think I'll eat boars? Oh wow, clay seller from Hullabaloo. So they're gonna buy a lot of animals and trigger workaholic as well. Yeah, I think I want to play Coach or Busher. I think it'll be enough food this game. At the very least, I can try it. So pay for that. I take this food, get 2 food from Shearer, and then eat 2 sheep for 6 food. And feed 7. Alright, so Hullabaloo not renovating. I guess I also have to keep track of clay in this game. I think there's a decent chance. So Muddy Bog is clay. I need clay for Half Timbered House. Probably clay for Coffee Break, because it'd be nice to play that. And clay for the Reno, so if I just want to get by on Muddy Bog and like a 4 clay grab, then 6 rooms would be the max. And then I couldn't even play Coffee Break, so I think it's gonna take 2 clay grabs. Between Middle Lakes, Storehouse Minder, and Workaholic from Hullabaloo, I'm not super worried about. Oh, I guess Hullabaloo can build a room here. Oh, Heavy Plow from Ostricheng. I guess we figured out what was going on with the cows, but yeah, I mean, Ostricheng, I think, just has a weaker setup than the rest of the players. So I can take starting player here to guarantee my family grow next round. I also get Muddy Bog out in a reasonable time frame. I guess I need to think about how much wood I need this game. There seems to be a lot of wood, so I'm not too worried about having to take a 4 wood. I guess start player also lets me take 3 stone next round. With my first action, yeah, I'll do this and buy a field. Hullabaloo taking the boar. Alright, see ya, Sid. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. Also got to keep track of constable in this game. I'll need to take a vegetable and a grain at some point. I'll need to get boar at some point. All things to keep track of. Yeah, setting up my Reno is going to be very difficult. I guess I missed what golden medal is naming. Oh, pastures. Fine by me. There goes the wood. No problem. Stone didn't flip, which is a big bummer for us. Also, I need to be careful with my ability to store all these animals. So the fence of another space will be enough to hold 7 animals for cat lover, but in terms of just going forward, I might have to think about building a stable. Very difficult. I'm definitely going to take 3 wood if it gets to me here. Ostrich egg plowing. Probably going to sow next round, fine by me. Hullabaloo building here. Unfortunate. I might have to take 3 stone and overgrowing next round. The 3 stone is just so important. I think if I don't get it, it's going to be basically impossible to reno. I guess I could also consider taking 2 stone here. And maybe even taking 2 cows over family grow. Yeah, I'll probably take 2 stone here just to be safe. Definitely gonna fence here and buy 2 cows. I guess the thing is, do I wheel 2 cows? And it might be the case that I do. I also might need a 6 clay next round, though. I don't know. There's just so much that I want, so much that I need. Yeah. So ideally, I don't take stone here. I like take clay, and then I'm able to wield the 3 stone next round. But I don't know if that's actually going to be possible. Hullabaloo definitely won't take this stone, I don't think. I think Hullabaloo will plow. Midlake, I don't think will take the stone, but Midlake might. Ostrichang definitely won't take the stone, I don't think. Yeah. I will take 4 clay. Yeah. I think I just want all the actions I can get. I'll play coffee break, I think, just to maximize my food since I'm not playing any more ox. Getting attic up in time might be a little bit difficult, but we'll make it work. Yeah, I think the food is a bit too important. We need a ton of food this game. Yep, Hullabaloo plows. Just have to hope Midlake doesn't take the stone here, which I don't think they will. Think they might. I don't know what they'll take. Yeah, not the stone. Oh, no, I don't know what happened. Start player, Iron Plow. Alright. So big. So now I have to decide what I think floats, what's more likely to float, 2 cows or 3 stone. I think the 3 stone is more likely to float, but I think it's too much of a disaster if it doesn't come back. So I'll take the 3 stone here. It's just a little bit too important. And now that I've taken it, I definitely have to take it because it showed up in the play-by-play that I took it. So that, for whatever reason, makes it more likely that other people will try to block you just because they realize that there's competition. So if they want the stone, they want it more. There is a chance that the boars come back here. I think Midlake takes them here, but it's not impossible. Midlake might build a room here. Oh, renovating. Sure, all fine by me. Ostrich can't take the cows here. Well, he can, but it would only be taking 1 cow because he doesn't have a way to steam more than 1 cow and he doesn't have room for both cows, so... Yeah, definitely taking 2 cows if they come back to us. Past that, I'm not actually sure. I do want to fence at some point, but I can wait to fence, like I can reno fence or something. Oh, I forgot, I don't have a cooking hearth right now, so eating cows isn't 5 food, it's only 4 food, which is fine. It's still a decent amount of food, but it's not the end all. Stonehouse extension for Midlake, so I'm glad I got my family grow out of the way. We got all the other actions we wanted. We got 3 stone and 2 cows, which is excellent. Floating all these animals and for forever is great. Just the fact that Hullabaloo has their animals set. So thinking about resources, I might just not play Attic this game actually. So if I build 3 more rooms, oh no, so I can play Attic and Attic 2 of the rooms I build for 1 point each, and then Half to Rid House will be one of these future wood, and 2 fences will be another of the future wood, and that'll be perfect. The other thing to consider is Alright, so here are my decisions. I think I'm thinking between fencing 2 and buying sheep, or just taking 2 sheep. I think I want to just take 2 sheep here. There's a decent chance I want to renovate with fences this game. and maybe like do that in round 14 and do that in round 14, buy 2 boars. I guess another thing to think about is I can take wood and build a stable to make sure alright, so much to keep track of. Sorry, so I was talking about trying to get enough wood to build a stable in order to hold more animals, because I'm not going to be able to hold that many animals with my current setup. So like taking a 3 wood allows me to attic 1 more room, and yeah, that's about it. So actions, I want to take this round. I want to get a 2 stone for sure, because I want to get reedstone food for sure. So 2 more reedstone foods, and the 2 stones gives me 10 stone, which is enough for renovating 8 rooms and playing half timbered house, which is perfect. So things to keep track of: how many renovations are in the game. Hullabaloo will definitely renovate 1 more time. They have 3 more stone in their supply. So I definitely want a 3 wood this game, I think. It's 2 points and it allows me to hold more animals. So I'll take 3 wood. I think I want to start player in round 13 with attic to guarantee myself reno fence. Yeah, so I'll be looking to take reedstone food here. I want a clay action, but I don't care between 4 clay and 3 clay which one I get. Yeah, so workaholic is not like you can take it into your supply at any time. You have to take it. So like not taking the resources to try to have the surprise factor is not legal. Oh, I forgot about spare fence posts. So that actually gives me the ability to build 1 more stable if I want, and I can eat 2 food, which is almost certainly worth it, given that there's a lot of food in this game. I'll take reedstone food here with my next action. One clay went down, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clay. So I guess I will take the 3 clay here because it gives me exactly enough clay for everything I need, between the 8 clay for the renovation and 1 for half timbered house. So to guarantee I get it, I'll take the 3 clay. Yeah. Alright, Hullabaloo renovates, which is great. It means there's less pressure on renovate. There's assuming, so we need to prevent ostriching from going to stone, but we can do that fine by taking 2 stone actions. Yeah, so as long as we take the two stone actions, we can make sure Ostrichang doesn't get the chance to renovate to stone, which guarantees us our renovations, which is excellent. It's important we don't get blocked on rooms next round, given that I want to start player attic next round. Yeah. Yeah, getting blocked on stables would be or on rooms and stables would be a complete disaster because it means we would have to renovate twice in round 14. So Ostrichang could effectively just destroy our game by not renovating in 13 and renovating in 14. Yeah, so things to do this round. Reedstone Food is an action, 2 stone is an action, and then probably take a veggie or grain to work towards Constable will be the other action. Reedstone Food. Oh, Hullabaloo is still on 3 people. I didn't realize. Yeah, so we're just so far ahead on actions. We're in good shape. I think it was absolutely worth it to build the extra room this game. I think that was a great decision. Here we take 2 stone. And then my last action will be... there's not a lot of competition for either grain or veggies, so not too worried about it, but I guess we'll take a veggie here. I do need to be worried about Hullabaloo blocking me on Sables. I'm very confused by this from Hullabaloo. Growing on the on the family grow without room spot. Very strange. Or on the family grow with room when I guess banking on the chance of wheeling family grow without room, maybe. But yeah, I'm a bit surprised. It looks like Ostriching is fencing, so it'll work out, but Yeah, very, very nice from Hullabaloo getting the family grow without room back. Take this, play my attic. Nobody can stable block me right now. So actions this round, obviously build rooms, probably renovate, and then I need a redstone food and a 2-stone. I'll probably take a grain rather than take a 2-stone, or rather than one of those, just to guarantee I get my grain down. Yeah, so this is all working out. I don't believe I'll need to take a food action here. I should be... There's so much food in this game that I might even be able to get a 7 food next round. Hullabaloo has no way to build stables. Oh. Ostrichang took Plowsow because somehow that was still there. Alright. So what is the most contested here? Nobody can build stables on me. Alright. So build room, redstone food, renovate, 2-stone. Are those my actions? I do want to take a grain. I guess take a grain might be sort of contested. But I can take a grain with my first action next round, actually. I'll just take redstone food, make sure I get that down. Blue will probably take a veggie over grain, so not worried about that. So it also makes sense. Especially with planter box, nice for Hullabaloo. Yeah, Hullabaloo will have a strong game, but my point cap's just going to be so crazy high that I think I have to be the one winning this. Ostrichang also can't fence, which is nice. So I might just renovate with a cooking hearth this round to try to set up my food, let my eat cows, and then renovate major next turn and renovate with what's it called, the half timbered house next turn, or renovate fence, whichever one comes. Alright, Ostrich renovating. So I should be good in terms of my renovations not getting blocked because there won't be a 3-stone available. Because Renovate got taken, I don't need to take it this round, so I'm free to take a grain. Midlake taking clay from Minder. Because this is the last opportunity to do so, maybe buying, I don't know, maybe buying Cooking Hearth just to prevent me from having it. No, buying a Fireplace. With Gardener. If Midlake wants, he can upgrade the Fireplace to a Cooking Hearth next round to get another Ock out. Or maybe an Oven if he can take Stone. Let me make sure. Attic, you can only put the wood on new rooms, yeah. And then I take 2 stone. I'll probably renovate with my first action just to guarantee nothing goes south. Get food from Shear. Yeah, I don't think I can lose if I don't get blocked on renovations, so I will just renovate here. I will lead with, I guess, renovation improvement. And did Ostrichang? No, Ostrichang didn't announce acquiring anything. All right. Announce. Pay for all. Oh, I might get my free food from the pond. Looks good to me. All right. The ideal action to come back would be 7 food, assuming that nobody threatens my renovation. Other actions could be, so we're really not in the best position for points here. Yeah, food is definitely our best path to points. Hullabaloo taking wood to lock up their ability to build stables, because building stables significantly increases their point cap. Not only is it one of their best ways to get points just to build stables, but it allows them to hold more animals. Hullabaloo has their animals in a very weird assortment, but they can hold all of these animals. 2 cows here, 2 cows here, 1 cow in the house, and then 2 boars and 2 boars. Ostriching has to take sheep here with their first action, I think. Unless they acquired it. Oh, yeah, they acquired it as sheep. So, who knows what Ostriching is taking. Maybe Family Grow. Ostriching has only discarded 3 miners so far this game, so... Oh, and they've played 4 more, so they have no miners left. There goes the boar from Mid-Lake, maybe trying to block me, not realizing that I can buy boar with my fence. If Ostriching, I think it's likely they take the 7 food here. Well, no, I think they have to family grow. They don't need food. They have so much grain, yeah. I would ask if nobody, to make sure Ostriching can't rhino, but definitely cannot. Oh, discarding the Stonehouse extension, nice. Yeah, so how much food do I need? I can eat a cow for 3 food. I have to buy boar since the boar got taken. Yeah, I think. So sowing is 1 point, but there's 2 sow actions left. Yeah, I will just take the 7 food. Covers my harvest. Hullabaloo taking plow sow, which is fine. Mid-Lake probably won't sow, but Ostriching probably will sow. Yeah, I don't know how people are getting points. Yeah, I think I have this game in the bag. I just have such a crazy high amount of points from my big house. I'll have 4 pastures. I don't have crop points, which other people do, but I do have a good amount of animal points. I have shearer. Yeah, I think I have this one. Interestingly, I could have had 5 fields this game if I wanted. I chose to not plow twice on miners. But rooms are more points. I might have considered just building, just plowing instead if gold medal was set to plows, but it's set to pastures. Yeah, so renovation is one of my actions. Taking a veggie, I have a couple 1 point actions. If I could take a crop and then sow, that'd be the ideal way to get points. But I think it's likely that sow gets blocked. Um, So my harvest is covered between eating the cow and shear. Even with buying the 2 boars, I'm fine. So Ostrichang's last action will probably be sow. I don't think they have another way to get points. Do I have other ways to get points? So if I take a veggie and sow gets blocked, I am done as far as points go. So sowing and taking a veggie with my second action might be the best, because it also leaves me the opportunity to take a grain if Ostrichang takes a veggie. I guess Ostrichang might have an occupation to play. So if Ostrichang is going to play an occupation, I should take a veggie. If not, I should sow. I might as well play it safe. Like I said, my score is high enough that I should be fine as long as I avoid any kind of disaster. So yeah, just keep it simple. I don't really need to get greedy when it comes to points. So I forgot how Animal Breeder read. So it has to be an unused space that you fence. So I thought it was free to put the stable here, but it actually prevents me from buying boars. If they don't let me move it. Yeah, that would be unfortunate. That would mean I might not win because I wouldn't get constable points. So, who knows? Yeah, it depends on how rude people are feeling, whether they want to deny me that or not. Yeah, so like if I remembered how Animal Breeder read, I would have always put the stable somewhere else. Like there's no reason to ever put it here, given that my fence is protected. Yeah, nobody else can fence at all. So Ostrich can fence with spare fence posts, but my rhino fence is completely protected. So there's no reason to put the stable here. Yeah, so we'll have to see based on the final scores whether this would have made the difference of winning this stable. It honestly might not have. We have so many points from Half Timbered House that we might have won anyways with 8 stone rooms, but obviously it is a bit of a big deal. It's 3 points for the boar plus another 5 for constable, so it's an 8-point difference. So buy my boar, go to stone. Eat a cow and my shear food. Split these, breed my sheep, put 2 points on shear, 8 for Half Timbered House, 5 for constable, and send my farm. So we have 53 plus bonuses, so looking like we might have won even without the bonus from this. I don't believe this is correct to be here. So 10 plus 8 plus 2 plus gold medal points. So 5, 12, 10, 22, 53 plus 22 is 75. So pretty absurd score. Yeah, my setup was pretty absurd. So 51 from Midlake, maybe 53, 43 from Osterjang, and 63 from Hullabaloo. Midlake has 48. Oh, Midlake did not get constable points. That's surprising. Midlake definitely did not include. I believe 43 from Alright, so 63, 75, 51, and 43. Yeah, 43. 53, 43, 75, 63. So I finally won a game on stream. I guess I've won one before this. But I've been on a bad streak. It's nice, especially with such a massive score. 75 is completely absurd. But I guess there were a million bonus points in this game. And the constable, the thing with letting me move my stable was pretty nice of everybody. If that didn't happen, I would have only had a 68, I think. So still a pretty absurd score, but not a 75. Alright. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Hopefully in the future I can match this powerful game.